How are you doing with money?
I'm fine.
Well, can you afford this trip?
Yes, I'm fine.
It's an American story because I'm American. It just happens to be an American story told from the point of view of somebody who's a hyphenate. We're all hyphenates as Americans. We all bring different cultures with us to this country.
Shouldn't we tell her? Isn't it wrong to lie?
It's a good lie.
It was a story that I never thought that I would have come across as an actress and as an Asian American. In terms of a performance, when I think about my grandma, I can channel something that's very real to me. I wanted to believe that it was a good thing, but all I saw was fear in your eyes. It's just a very emotional experience.
So Awkwafina said, look, I know I'm not the obvious choice for this, but I just knew that she would bring the role to life.
This is, I said it's your story, and it really did come out of your own life.
Yes, it did. It is a very personal, very specific story. And so in many ways we thought, well, if it limits our audience, that's okay, because we're really making it for the people that come from where we come from and kind of feel marginalized in America as an American. And so definitely wasn't expecting it to go so wide. And I was just hoping it got into Sundance.
Well, it definitely did, and then and then some. And for Awkwafina, this is your first dramatic role, really, obviously, and you really pulled it off beautifully here. Did you have any trepidation going into this? Because you have personal connections to this too. You were brought up by your grandmother.
Yeah, I think I definitely had some trepidations. I was nervous about doing a good job. You know, I wanted to do well. I you know, when it comes to the technicalities of like the performances, which was what I was like very nervous about. What I did know is that I related to this character on a very visceral level. It went very deep for me. So I was very sure about that. But yeah, I mean, it was some firsts. My Chinese is not good, but you know, white people they always tell me, "Oh, it was really good," and I'm like, "Thank you."
As someone who speaks Chinese, not good, which was perfect for the character.
It was perfect for Billy. Yeah.
Thank you.
For those who don't know, but the backstory here is the real grandmother, yours, still doesn't know the whole story here, the lie, basically. Tell that.
Yeah, because, and this is when I say we didn't expect any of this, right? Yeah. Because she came to set, we shot in her neighborhood, and we had to tell the whole crew not to tell her.
We would whisper scenes. It was great.
Yeah. Keep her away from Video Village. And she would just was so amazed that she, in her lifetime, could see her granddaughter doing the thing that I love. You know, none of us ever expected that. And in a way, as much as I disagree with lying, it was the lie that enabled us this whole journey. You know, we shot at my real grandfather's grave. And the last time I saw him was when I was 6 years old. And then he died a few years later and I never saw him again. And so it was all very meta and it was very emotional for all of us. And my grandma still doesn't know.
And she was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And you all created a ruse, like a wedding, to get the whole family together, and that's what she thought it was.
Exactly. And every time, you know, when we made the movie, I said, maybe it's time to tell her now. They're like, you've made movies before that have gone nowhere, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Your grandma.
You said nobody's ever going to see this anyway.
Exactly. And I said, okay, well, now we're going to Sundance. And they were like, well, it's a small American festival. So every step of the way, it's been that. And then, you know, we were like in New York Times, and now the film is getting released in China in a couple weeks. And the title, they changed it from The Farewell to, because they wanted to be more literal, to Don't Tell Her. Oh. That is the title of the movie. That is on the poster that is going to be all over China. And my family still does not want to tell her.
Absolutely incredible. I don't think she's ever going to find out one way or another.
Dedication.
And she's still going how many years later?
It's like 6 or 7.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah. Just amazing.
Don't tell her, guys.
It's your responsibility not to, y'all.
Yeah. The world's, yeah.